I'm Patience Latham, and I would like to present to you Zenos and Emet Selch did so many things wrong, but this is why I do not care. So first of all, I'm going to need to present the things that they did wrong to you. So here's Zenos. I mean, look at him. Just look at him. It's disgusting. He's a born and bred imperialist. He is a crowned prince to an empire that is just all about conquering native lands and just fucking shit up. He terrorizes these said imperial lands with his fat fucking ass. And he literally just kills everyone. He loves, I'm not sure he loves to kill, but killing definitely does not bug this man. He did stab my my best friend Lise.
Patty's loud.
Yeah, he doesn't like yelling. He did stab my best friend Lise and Ishtola right in front of me, and they did almost die, so that did make me pretty pissed at him. And, you know, he's killed, like, a whole lot of people, and he's kind of a psychopath. He literally doesn't feel emotion, but, like, it's fine. This is the, if you look in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you can see the image. I could not find a version not labeled with coronavirus and essential oils. But this is when he stabs my best friend Ishtola and Lise. So just pretend he's not the coronavirus.
He's fucking massive.
He's huge.
That's a real bad one. To get the bat on the table, Zenos is the coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean, like, low-key, he's pretty bad. Like,
He's probably killed the bat as
Emet Selch, like, I feel like he's killed more people than Zenos, but he's done it in, like, less cold blood. So, like, he did create the entire Garlean Empire, which, like, then created Zenos. So, like, he also literally created Zenos because he's Zenos' literal blood great-grandfather. So that's, like, a thing. And he actually created literally...
A gilf?
Yeah. Yeah.
A great gilf.
Great gilf. G-gilf. Good gilf. G squared ilf.
Good gilf.
Good Gilf is like a Lord of the Rings name.
It literally is.
Good Gilf the dwarf.
He subsequently created, like, oh god. So he created literally every empire because his whole point is he wants all of man to die. So he just keeps creating empires in the hope that one of them will destroy the world.
At least he recognizes that imperialism is the path to downfall.
Exactly. He doesn't believe in imperialism. He just keeps doing it. So we all die.
Mm-hmm.
Not cool. He does try and kill you and calls you a loser, like, all the time. He's always telling you how you do not live up to his expectations of you. And he does literally shoot your cat boy with a gun and kidnap him. So,
with
like,
a gun? They have guns in this game?
They have guns. I don't know where he got it because he's like an elder sorcerer that does not need a gun.
They're not like powder guns.
Yeah, it's like, it is like a one-shot powder, you know, handgun. So yeah, so those are their sins. This is their tragic backstories, just as for fun. Honestly, Zenos isn't that tragic. He's kind of just like a psychopathic, murderous white man. But he was never loved. He apparently, like, never saw his father and, like, was only brought up to be, like, a war machine of killing. And then when he was 14, his sword instructor tried to kill him because his dad was holding his sword instructor's family hostage. So Zenos was forced to fight back against his teacher and actually killed his teacher and beat his teacher. And at that point, he decided that no one was better than him because no one was. And this left him emotionless for the rest of his life until he meets you at age 26. So, tragic backstory, white man.
Yeah.
Very tragic. And then when they took him out of the armor, they gave him a flat ass. He has the fattest fucking ass when he's got his armor on, and then they give him a flat one when they took him out. So that's very tragic.
That MILF pic.
I'm so sorry. I love him so much. So he's literally your long-lost soulmate from, like, before this world began, and he knows this. You kind of, like, figure it out along the way. And this middle picture here on the right, like, that's supposed to be you. And so, like, that's, like, a thing. He, like, is the only remnant of his kind because you've kind of killed, like, all of the rest of his kind that exists. And, like, they all died anyway from this, like, natural disaster, and then they summoned a god to make the planet, like, have conscience. Anyway, that doesn't matter. He's, like, from thousands and thousands of years ago, and he literally only acts to try and restore this world because if you kill everyone who's currently living, then you can bring back all of his people. And everything he does is in light of, you know, attaining this goal of getting back the people he lost. And this little nerd bitch ass made a fucking reconstruction of like a New York City at the bottom of the ocean, filled with perfect recreations of all the people that lived there at the time, and made a real gay creation of your guys' mutual best friend. So that's cool, and that didn't like rip my soul out, and I didn't sob from an MMO. Okay, now let's get to the fun facts. These are the reasons why I do not care about anything else that Zenos has done. See all of the photos on the right. See all of them, okay? Fat fucking ass and tits, all right? Like, we see it. We see the 8-pack. He's 7 feet fucking tall. He's obsessed with me. I'm the size of your arm. Literally, I'm the only person on the planet that he cares about at all. He will kill for me. Look at him covered in blood. And he would pick me the fuck up with one hand and give me a concussion, and that's hot. So, like, that cancels everything else out in my mind, honestly. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That's it. That's it. Emet Selch, look it. We've got some good photos here, too, with a big, fat fucking ass, but I'm a little softer for him. I want to, like, put my hands in his hair and, like, snuggle with him. I do feel an intense guilt about leaving him thousands of years ago, even though, 1, this game's not real. 2, I don't even know for a fact if I left him first or anything, but I feel the guilt in my heart. He's so hot. What the fuck? And then literally, like, he can snap and give me whatever I want. Snap, that's it. Get what I want. Okay, like, I don't need to explain that one any further. Moral of the story is, I don't have any. I don't have morals, and I just care about getting stuff full of cock. Okay? So, like, it literally doesn't matter what they do. If they're hot and they can fuck me, that's it. Like, that's it for me. That's all I need. Any questions?
I mean, it makes sense to me.
Who's my favorite? That's like, it's like, I can't answer that question because Zenos, Emet Selch. Emet Selch's the married one. Zenos is like, we fight to the death, and after beating him, I take my gloves off and I put my bare hands around his neck and I choke him to death, and I watch as the light leaves his eyes as my hands are covered in his blood. So, like, that's how I feel about Zenos.
Wait, where does the sex happen in that?
While I'm choking him
Rigor
to death.
mortis.
He's coming as he's dying. The fan fiction exists, let me tell you. I've read it. It is out there. And then Emet Selch, it's like, I want to weep whenever I think about him. And, like, I want to kiss every piece of his face and, like, have babies and get married. It's like love versus lust. It's my red versus my black quadrant, right? Like, you're welcome for that Homestuck reference.